Tonight at 5:30.
Hi. Hi. Cass here. We're due at the house. I'm supposed to meet him. And yeah, I know about the deposition, Lori. And you don't approve. You have every right to sue the hospital. If my child had died and I thought negligence was involved, I would do the same thing. So why am I getting this attitude from you? Because I think you're using my husband and I don't like it. There are lots of lawyers in town who would have taken this case. Well, Cass could have said no. No? And watched you fall apart? That's not Cass. He'd sacrifice his family first, which is exactly what he's doing.
I brought you something.
Oh, where did you get this?
Well, that was mine when I was a kid.
And you kept it all this time?
Well, my sister kept it, and she sent it to me when I got into med school.
Oh, I can't keep this.
Oh, yes, you can. No, it's yours. I want you to put it in your pocket, and if things get a little rough today, I want you to remember how long you wanted to be a doctor, and how hard you've worked at it, and most of all, how good you are.
Thanks.
Is Andrew here?
Andrew? No, he had to go to work.
Oh.
What do you think Cass is going to ask us today?
Nothing we haven't already gone over with Tim. I wouldn't worry about it. Just, tell the truth. We have nothing to hide.
Right.
We need to discuss some things before Cass arrives.
I think we should wait for John.
John is running late. He has a family crisis out at the farm.
Tomas?
Hey, darling. You're gonna be late for the deposition.
We can't start without me. Tomas, I want to see you before you go.
He never came down for breakfast.
Just want to make sure that he's okay after that fight in the barn last night.
Yeah. What do you think really went on between Nick and Maggie last night?
I don't know. Tomas was awfully tight-lipped about it. The way he went after Nick, just...
Don't worry about it, John. It's not gonna happen again. I broke up with Maggie last night.
Anybody home?
They're not here.
Who?
Carl and Rachel, they went and took a walk by the lake.
Oh, I just came by to ask about the funeral. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were that close to Ryan. He said us all pretty hard. He was a pretty wonderful guy.
Ryan, right. It's terrible, but
But what?
something else terrible. I lost Tomas and Nick.
Nick?
I asked you a question. You got two choices. What's it going to be? You going to talk to me, or you going to talk to your probation officer?
Where'd you get the beer?
I left the money on the table, Michael, okay? And that's supposed to make it okay? You are underage, man. And so is Maggie. And drinking and driving. Hell, you weren't driving, man. You were flying down that road. You're so lucky you didn't connect with a tree. Hey, it's better than connecting with the cops, right? Yeah, great night last night, man. High-speed chase with the cops and you're jumping all over
Hey, what the hell do you know about it?
You watch your mouth, pal.
Or what, huh? You throw me out? Do us both a favor, Michael. Save the daddy act for when you need more bone marrow.
If you're so unhappy around here, man, then maybe you should just get your butt out. Now! You want me to go? No, I want you to start acting like a member of this family. Look, I may not be great at this parenting thing, but just because you're hurt doesn't give you the right to hurt other people. I don't care how angry you are.
I'm sorry. Right? I shouldn't have said that about the bone marrow.
I am grateful to you for my life. You saved my life, okay? I just hope that that experience brought us closer together.
It did, all right? And I admitted I went too far, okay?
Okay. All right, now, you want to tell me about last night?
What's the point? It's over.
The point is that you broke several laws.
I was speeding, Michael.
Yeah. And you were drinking. And you were ditching the cops. Come on, man, what if something had happened to you? I mean, what if you'd hurt somebody else? I thought after your bike accident, you understood all about this.
I did understand, and... All right. I hear you, okay? You're right.
Good. Now, you want to come home after a hard day of work and sit on this porch and have a beer. You ask me about it. But no more drinking and driving.
Yes, sir.
And you owe Rachel an apology. That was her car and her granddaughter. What?
Nothing, okay? Nothing. I will apologize for the car.
What about Maggie?
Maggie can go to hell.
Paulina, I called him like 20 times last night. And this morning, and he wouldn't pick up. And I'm too scared to call Nick. He probably wants to kill me.
Wait a minute. I thought you and Nick were just friends. Here, have some tea.
We were until... Look, it's complicated.
What happened?
They started hitting each other.
Tomas and Nick?
Yeah, John had to pull them apart. And Charlene was there, and Rachel.
All right.
It was awful.
Whoa. Why don't you just start at the beginning?
Well, Tomas and I were supposed to have a picnic at the lake.
Right, you and Tomas.
But then Luisa got sick, and he had to take her to the doctor.
So you were alone with Nick?
Paulina, is it my fault that he likes me?
Well, I don't know. Do you like him?
He's okay.
Uh-huh. So what happened between you two?
Look, it's no big deal. He kissed me, but Tomas just came in at the wrong time, and he freaked.
And that's when the fight started.
And now they both hate me. Like it was my fault. I tried to explain. Forget it.
What did you say?
It doesn't matter. They were both freaked out.
Well, did you tell the truth?
Kind of. No. Actually,
Maggie.
Well, what was I gonna say, Paulina? I like you both. Like, that would have calmed things down. I tried to make it look like it was an accident.
But it wasn't, was it? It's okay. I understand.
I love Tomas. I do. I mean, he's a terrific guy. He's the greatest. He treats me. But Nick, I don't know, sometimes he scares me. But I want him. I don't know, is that terrible?
No. In fact, I can definitely relate.
Jake and Joe. Paulina, it's the same thing. You know exactly what to do. Paulina, tell me what I should do.
Forget about it, okay? It's over, guys.
Tomas, wait. I know you're upset about Maggie, but give it some time.
Just give yourself some time to cool off.
It's not gonna change anything.
I'll take care of it. You go on, okay?
Okay. Tomas, I have to get to the hospital. We'll talk later.
Hey, what kind of kiss is that, Doc? More better. Take it easy, okay? Remember, we have Ryan's funeral?
I know.
It'll be okay. Hey, you don't have to do that.
It's mostly Luisa's. I'm gonna pick her up after work.
Tomas? Don't shut us out.
I'm not.
You and Maggie have been through a lot. Fighting for custody, Angela. I mean, she cut you a lot of slack.
I was always honest with her, Charlene.
Of course you were, but I think maybe you need to give her a chance to explain. She said this whole business with Nick was a misunderstanding.
No, Charlene, no. I know what she said. And I don't believe her.
John is married to my Aunt Charlene, who also happens to be my best friend. Morgan is Cass's brother. You are asking him to sue his own family.
I know all that.
Then how can you possibly ask him to do it?
Because I don't have anybody else. Don't you understand that? Ben was the only one that I had. And those people, they took him away from me. had this same doll. Exact same one. He, chewed a hole right in his neck, breaking in his first tooth. God, I was so careful, you know? Everything had to be cotton. Everything had to be organic. I must have called the clinic every 10 minutes the first time I gave him acetaminophen.
Lori, this isn't your fault.
Oh, no, it was. But I trusted those people. You know that this isn't personal, me and Cass.
Yes, I know that.
It's just that, I've been so scared since all that happened. And Cass, I mean, if he's willing to sue those people, his own friends, his family, then he's got to believe me, right? And, he's gonna make them tell the truth. Make them pay for what they did to him. Cass is the only one that can do that, Frankie. The only one who understands what it's like to lose your child. Because I miss him. I miss him so much. I miss him all the time. I miss how he used to put his little arms around my neck when I'd tuck him in at bedtime. Ask me, please, Mommy, can you just stay like this forever?
Lori, I can only imagine what you're going through here.
I want you to know that I didn't mean for this to hurt
Yes,
you.
I know that. I do. I understand.
Sorry I'm late. Hey.
Hi. That's okay. Is there, anything you and I should, discuss before we head on over there?
I've changed my mind. We're not going to go over and take that deposition. For a plaintiff's attorney to take depositions without his client present.
Is this because of your brother?
Questioning Morgan is going to be very difficult. In fact, I'm not looking forward to questioning any of them. Ordinarily, I'd recuse myself, but I've agreed to represent you, and I'm going to do that to the best of my ability.
I'm sure that you'll do a great job, Cass, but you need me there because I was there the day that Ben, and you know, you weren't there, so if they ask something and you don't know the answer...
Lori, this is just a simple fact-finding session. It's not the trial itself. And there'll be a stenographer there taking down every word, so we can always have another deposition if you have any questions after having read the transcript.
It's just gonna waste our time.
Lori, I'm going to have to take them through it blow by blow. Believe me, you don't want to relive that. It's too soon.
Look, if you're worried that I'm gonna mess up your...
I'm worried about you. I know how difficult this has been for you. I don't want to see you suffer anymore. I'll handle the deposition.
Cass, I appreciate that, I do. But I have to be there, okay? Because I let him down. And, going through with this thing and finishing it is, the only way I know how to make it up to Ben. Make it up to myself. And so, I have to be there today. Please. I'll be calm. I promise. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay, on one condition. If, in my judgment, it's appropriate for you to leave that room.
Look, you say the word, I'm out the door. Promise.
All right. We'll be at the hospital.
Is there a place I can straighten up a little?
Right this way.
Pass paper. Thanks.
I'll see you upstairs.
Okay.
You're a good man, Kimasabi. I can't say that I wish you luck, but, I will be thinking of you.
You're one in a million.
Don't I know it?
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying we're not on trial.
Not yet.
What I mean is this is slightly informal, isn't it?
It's deceptive. Now, there's no judge, no jury, but the court reporter will be here to take down the entire proceeding.
Well, they'll have an opportunity to correct the transcript.
Yes, we'll all receive copies, but bear in mind, Cass is fishing. Keep all of your answers short and to the point. Don't volunteer anything.
Now, you act like we have something to hide.
Morgan, no, if Tim had a stomachache, he would listen to you. Could you please extend him the same professional courtesy, please?
Lorna, honey, excuse me.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of this right
I
now.
know, but you forgot to put this in your briefcase, and I thought it might be important.
Oh, Mother, it is. Thank you so much.
Any time. Listen, how about lunch before the funeral?
Oh, I don't know how long this is going to take. I really don't.
Well, maybe dinner. Listen, good luck.
Oh, thank
Hope
you.
everything goes well. John, how are you?
You gotta watch that temper of yours, pal. Look at that eye. Wow, does that hurt?
Hey, it only hurts when you stick your finger in it.
I had an eye like that one time. Boy, I got it for Donna, as a matter of fact, from my brother.
You know, this is a totally different situation.
Oh, really?
I told you, I don't care about Maggie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course. I've seen the way you look at her.
Me and half of Bay City. Big deal, she's good looking. So what?
Nick, it's okay to have feelings.
She's Tomas's girlfriend. Haven't you seen a leash around her neck?
Well, sometimes, even if there is another guy in the picture, you can't help be interested, you know.
All right, so, you know, maybe I almost sort of had a thing for her. I mean, before, you know. There was something I liked about her. A lot.
Okay, good.
No. She's, you know, she's pretty and, you know, kind of wild. In a way, we clicked.
Yeah, well, I saw that.
And she was there for me a couple of times. You know, like at the hospital and some other places.
Well, that helps.
Yeah. And the thing is, she feels the same way about me, but she won't admit it. Can't deal with that. And then last night at the barn, forget it, she was all over me. And Tomas comes in and she acts like I'm some kind of rapist.
You know, John said that there's some kind of misunderstanding.
No misunderstanding, Michael. She flat out lied. No way I forgive that.
You know, Maggie, it's not exactly the same situation with Jake and Joe.
Yeah, but at least both your guys are still talking to you.
Well, it can be very hard.
Tell me about it. I want them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
Paulina, Nick is wild, and he's always living on the edge, like last night. Promise you won't tell.
I promise.
We went skinny dipping. Nothing happened, but that's not the point. Tomas would never do something like that. I don't know, he'd be worried it was against the law or something. And afterwards, Nick drove me home, and we were speeding. I know it's dangerous, but it was so exciting. And then the cops were chasing us, but we got away, and it was something like out of a movie, and I loved every minute of it. And then we ended up back in the barn, and Nick is so different than Tomas. I mean, Tomas is a gentleman, and that's great. And he's respectful, and I don't know.
Maggie, have you and Tomas... All right. I won't tell us all.
Paulina, yeah, we slept together, but it was safe. I mean, we took precautions. Everything's okay. And we talked about it first. I went to see a doctor afterwards.
It sounds like you're both being very responsible. But let me ask you, do you think you're ready for a relationship like this?
We were. I was. Only... Paulina, it's not that I don't want to be with him.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's a really big deal when you start having sex. Really big. And I'm not talking about getting pregnant or catching something. I'm talking about emotionally. Once you take that step with someone, it's hard to go back.
Paulina, I love Tomas. I really do.
But maybe he's not the right one for you. Maybe Tomas needs more of a commitment than you're able to give. I mean, think about it. He's got a child he's got to think of.
Paulina, what are you saying? I should be with Nick?
I'm not saying one or the other. I'm talking about you. What you want.
I don't know what I want.
It's okay. Me neither.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, Jake just moved out last night.
You're kidding. Are you okay?
Didn't get much sleep. It was our anniversary. But you know what? This morning I realized it was for the best. It'll give me a chance to do some thinking. Maggie, maybe that's what you need too.
What are you saying? I should be alone? Give up Nick and Tomas?
I just kept on finding them together at places.
Was that Maggie's fault?
Yes and no. I mean, she'd drive him home and she'd invite him along places like to the carnival and then they would just disappear.
Nick doesn't have a lot of friends. Maybe she just felt bad for him.
I don't know. It's like when Michael was getting the transplant, you know, the night before the procedure. Well, Maggie stayed up with Nick the whole night holding his hand. You know, and I called her on it, and I figured, you know, maybe he just needed a little support. And then I saw Nick kiss Maggie, and I called her on it, and she said that she just didn't want to hurt his feelings. I mean, come on, so I let that go. And only this time she's telling me...
It bothered you.
Well, yeah, it bothered me. And then last night she's got the nerve to tell me...
She said that last night Nick misinterpreted.
No, Charlene, Nick didn't misinterpret anything.
Why did you accuse him?
Because I don't know, I just went with what I saw. I heard Maggie yelling for him to stop and just something snapped. And then, I mean, I don't like the guy, that's no secret. But it was just, I was watching Nick's face really close when he was telling his side of the story. And then I was watching Maggie's when she was telling her side of the story. And you know what, Charlene? I believe Nick. He wasn't forcing her. She wanted it just as bad as he did.
I'm sorry, Tomas.
Forget about it, Charlene. I mean, it's my own fault. They were practically doing it right under my nose.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
John, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. Mother, if you don't mind.
No,
I know we
not at all.
discussed everything yesterday, but a few things did come up that we need to go over.
How you holding up?
I'm all right.
Courtney?
Morgan's been a great help.
Listen, I want you both to know that I'm behind you all the way, and so is the hospital board. Tim will tell you that hospitals are particularly vulnerable to this type of suit.
As it comes to the territory.
I don't want you to feel compromised because you were named. You're both fine physicians.
Thank you, John.
What if she wins?
My feeling is after this hearing, they'll realize they don't have a case.
I wouldn't count on it. Lori Michaels is a very angry woman. My guess is she'll hang on to the bitter end.
Cass, Tim Phillips?
Oh, yes, of course. How are you?
Fine. Good to see you. Now, we've sort of commandeered this end of the table, but if you'd like to rearrange...
No, I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you, though. We'll be fine down here. Laurie? How you doing, kid? I hear Charlene is back, John.
Yes,
It's great.
she is.
Save your breath, Cass.
Well, shall we?
Bye.
Dr. Hudson, if we could begin with you as the physician of record, would you please state your name and age?
My name is Dr. John Hudson.
Now, Dr. Hudson, do you remember the first time that Ben Michaels was admitted to the ER?
I didn't handle the case, but I read Dr. Winthrop's chart. Ben was brought into the emergency room at 3:30 a.m. by his mother. He presented with acute asthma. Dr. Winthrop treated him, and he was released.
Well, if you didn't treat him on his first visit, how is it that you became his primary physician?
That was a courtesy to Miss Michaels.
Could you explain that?
Ben was brought into the emergency room for a follow-up, an acute asthma attack. We had seen him 2 nights before.
You had seen him 2 nights before?
Well, I was with other patients, but...
So, who treated Ben on that occasion?
I think that he was seen by several physicians. He was in crisis, having trouble breathing. Everyone pitched in.
Was Courtney Evans one of those physicians?
Yes, she was.
And was she on call the following day?
Courtney was in the ER, yes.
Dr. Hudson, isn't it customary for the admitting physician, in this case Dr. Evans, to see the patient for his follow-up visit?
When it works out.
Why didn't it work out this time?
Well, ask Hillary Clinton. In this case, Dr. Evans, Miss Michaels didn't want Dr. Evans.
I see. Dr. Hudson, would you please identify this piece of equipment for the record?
That is an inhaler I've used for asthma patients.
Was this the kind of inhaler that was given to Ben Michaels the day he died?
Rephrase. The question is leading.
Was this the kind of inhaler given to Ben Michaels during his follow-up exam?
Yes, yes it was. It's appropriate for his condition.
Did you give it to him?
No, but I approved it.
Did you instruct Ben and his mother in its use?
They were given instructions.
Verbally?
They were scheduled to take a class that day in the proper use of the inhaler.
Are all inhalers alike?
No, some are more efficient than others, and of course the medication varies.
And what happened after Ms. Michaels was given the inhaler?
Well, I believe that Ben wanted a lollipop. I went to try to find one for him, but I got involved in another
Excuse me,
emergency.
Dr. Hudson. When was the next time you saw Ben Michaels? Dr. Hudson.
When Miss Michaels brought him into the emergency room in cardiac arrest. We did everything we could to revive him.
Thank you very much,
of course.
Dr. Hudson. That'll be all. Dr. Winthrop, would you please state your name and age for the record?
I told you I don't want this to be a problem for us. I love you both very much, and nothing is going to change that. All right?
Okay.
So, how you doing?
Oh, I still can't look at pregnant women. And...
baby.
Listen, I bought something for you.
What?
Yeah.
Frankie, you should be buying yourself presents.
Look, it's a welcome home
I
gift, and you
don't-
are getting it whether you like it or not. It's in the trunk of my car. So... Hi.
Oh, hi, good. I caught you. I was just at the hospital. I saw Cass and everybody. Oh, it's such a mess.
To tell you the truth, I'm a little more worried about later. Today.
Ryan's funeral.
Yeah.
I still can't believe he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry, Felicia. Did I startle you?
Oh, no. Charlene, I just didn't see you, that's all.
Oh. Well, John does say I should be wearing some brighter colors sometimes. Maybe I should dress like you. Might turn his head. So where's my present? Go get it. Hi.
Hi.
All right, so we were kissing, okay? And I guess she saw Tomas come in over my shoulder, and all of a sudden Maggie's like, no, stop it. And next thing I know, Rivera's all over me. John comes in, he breaks it up, asks me what happened, I tell him, but Maggie, she doesn't want Tomas to know how she feels about me, so she lies. Says it's my fault, you know, that I misunderstood. Yeah, right, I misunderstood. But, you know, everybody believes her. Who's gonna believe me?
Me? Oh, boy, I believe you.
Why?
Because I know you're telling the truth. I've been there, huh? I've been there. So, what now?
Nothing. I wash my hands. I mean, would you waste time with somebody who lied?
I would try not to.
Well, there you go.
But then again, I'm a big believer in second chances.
Yeah, well, this is totally different.
Okay, well, maybe you ought to just take a little time to think about it.
Not a chance.
Okay. Look, you and I have a little unfinished business to take care of.
What?
I'm not going to call you a probation officer or anything, but drinking and driving and evading the cops.
We'll get my wrist slapped.
Oh, no. That would be getting you off a little too easy, don't you think?
I'm a little big for you to take over your knee. Don't you think?
Yes, but you're not too big to take over a lot of the stuff on the farm. I mean, those storm windows need to be put up and cleaned and all that. And the stables, my gosh.
Not the stables, come on, Mike. All right, I'll do the stables. But, you know, I don't want to be your farmhand forever. I get a real job.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a stable boy, let me tell you, pal. But nobody's stopping you from getting a real job.
All right. So is my sentencing over?
No, I'm having far too much fun with this. Let me think of something else here.
Hey, we got to get ready for Ryan's thing.
The funeral, yeah. You have to get dressed.
Man, the best I can do is these jeans and my black leather jacket.
Don't worry, I've got something you can wear.
What are you gonna wear?
I'm not going.
Do you think Nick will be at the funeral?
Well, sure. Ryan would have been his brother-in-law.
It's gonna make it even harder.
Maggie, funerals are not supposed to be easy.
Paulina, about what you said, how I should break up with Nick and Tomas.
No. I only meant that maybe you need some time for yourself.
I don't know if I can do that. Be by myself.
You won't be by yourself. You have your family.
It's not the same. I need to figure out what to do.
Why don't you do some thinking on that, huh? And I mean really thinking. I've got to find Rachel and Carl, okay?
Okay. Don't we have a maid anymore? Tomas. Oh, I knew you couldn't stay mad.
So, Maggie, how I feel is none of your business.
Why are you doing this?
Maggie, you're the one, okay? You're the one who wants to be with Nick.
But I don't.
Then what was that at the barn?
I told you,
Maggie, just
Tomas.
stop lying, okay? Just stop lying, Maggie. I know what's going on. I've known all along. I just don't want to face it. The fact is that you want to be with Nick. Fine. Maggie, go be with Nick, okay? Just leave me out of it.
If that's how you feel, why are you here?
Because this is everything that you ever gave me and Luisa.
Why are you...
Because, Maggie, because I want you out of my life. Totally.
He has been so worried about all of this. I'm sure you know that, Felicia. From Lorna.
Yes, of course. She's mentioned it, yes.
Love the cookbook. I do.
I know it's silly to buy a cookbook for the best cook in Bay City, but it's for Thanksgiving.
No, this is perfect. This is just... And John is going to love it. And I don't know what he's been doing with himself, what he's been eating while I've been gone.
Oh, we probably ate at Sassy's every night.
He does work so hard. You know, I haven't even seen the trophy that he got.
It was quite an honor. It really was. Did you know that Felicia planned the whole party?
Well, I mean, all I did was hire a caterer. I didn't do anything.
She
very
selected the
special.
menu, the linen, the flowers, the music.
No, it was only because
fabulous.
Lorna was swamped. I mean, with the, lawsuit at the hospital and Ryan. And...
John, he didn't mention any of this.
Well, I'm sure it's just because he's had his mind on other things, It was really nothing. I mean, I was glad to help.
Benjamin Michaels was a sweet boy. We all liked him very much. We did our best to save his life.
Dr. Winthrop, let's go back to the time when Ms. Michaels brought Ben in for his follow-up exam. Was he breathing normally?
Yeah, but the night of the heat wave...
Please, just answer my question. Was Ben Michaels breathing normally before he was examined?
Yes, Mr. Winthrop.
Thank you. Were you aware that Ms. Michaels objected to having Dr. Evans do Ben's follow-up exam?
Yes.
Do you know why she objected?
That's not relevant.
What's not relevant? Mr. Phillips, would you please instruct your client to answer the question?
Look, people react the way they react. It doesn't mean that there was any basis to it.
Once again, Dr. Winthrop, do you know why Ms. Michaels objected to having Dr. Evans treat her son?
Well, there was a mix-up. The night Ben had his worst attack, I believe that Ms. Michaels thought that Courtney, Dr. Evans, had made a mistake with Ben's chart.
What kind of mistake?
About the medication. But that has nothing to do with what occurred during the follow-up. It was a clerical error. Nothing happened. She corrected the chart and everything was fine.
You saw her correct the chart?
Yes, I did.
So in other words, you have direct knowledge that Dr. Evans failed to note the medication on Ben Michaels' chart.
Excuse me, but that she corrected it.
And what would have happened if she hadn't corrected it? What if Ms. Michaels hadn't caught the error and Ben had been given the same medication twice?
That's purely hypothetical, isn't it?
Did Dr. Evans fail to note the medication on Ben Michaels' chart?
Yes?
Answer the question.
Yes,
Dr.
fine. She failed to note the medication. You happy?
Lateral liver damage from the chemo, that's all.
Are you sick?
No. No. I just have to go, though, and they can help my liver heal faster, that's all.
So what, this is like some kind of emergency?
No. Man. It's a little thing. They're gonna nip it in the bud, that's all.
So you just go to the hospital, in and out?
No, actually, I have to go to a clinic in Minnesota. I know the timing stinks. I gotta go this morning, but...
Does Vicky know?
Yeah, Vicky knows. I talked to her, and actually, she said, put the heat on. She said if I didn't go right now and take care of myself, that she wouldn't let me carve the turkey on Thanksgiving.
Well, you'll be back by then, though,
oh,
right?
Sure. But I have a favor to ask you. I want you to really stick close. Keep an eye on Vicky, okay? Help her out.
Definitely. Whatever she needs.
Well, today, she should be okay at the funeral, but I think at the burial, she's really going to need somebody to lean on. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on her.
Great. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm glad I can count on you. Got a hug for the old man? Huh?
Sure.
Hey, look at me. Routine. I'm gonna be okay, all right? No big deal.
You say so.
I say so. Okay, my phone number's gonna be on the fridge. You need to call me, you wanna talk about anything, you know, your sister, Maggie.
No, Maggie, forget Maggie. I told you I'm not gonna see her anymore.
Well, you know something, pal? There's a good chance you're wrong, because I think she's gonna be at the funeral today.
Great.
Anyway, I gotta make a phone call about my flight. See you.
Yep. Funerals definitely suck.
Wait, Tomas. This is your favorite book. To Tomas. You don't want this?
No, you can keep it.
This is yours.
No, Maggie. It's yours. I lost mine.
That was a really great speech you gave at graduation.
The way you stepped in, huh? Really forced them to let me speak.
You deserved to.
Listen, Maggie, I gotta go.
Tomas, please. Please don't go. Please don't throw it all away.
Maggie, you're the one who threw it all away. Live with it.
Tomas! Please! Yes, I made a mistake. I forgot to note the medication.
So you can understand why Ms. Michaels would object to you treating her son.
But that had nothing to do with the night that Ben died.
That's not what I asked you. Was Ms. Michaels
Yeah, but you're
justified?
making it seem like it's all my fault, and it wasn't. If anything, it was her fault.
My fault?
Dr. Evans doesn't mean to,
I know you're upset, Lori, and I know this must be hard for you, but...
to imagine how
I tried to warn you.
You tried to warn Miss Michaels of what, Dr. Evans?
Well, she was letting Ben use the inhaler before they went to class.
You saw Ben Michaels overusing the inhaler?
Yes. But I tried to warn her.
Since Dr. Evans didn't sign off on the prescription for the inhaler, she couldn't be sure if Ben was using it correctly or not. Isn't that true, Doctor?
No. I mean,
To the best of your recollection, Dr. Evans, you saw Ben Michaels using the inhaler when he didn't need to.
Calls for a conclusion.
Tell me the truth, Dr. Evans. Did you see him?
Yes! And I tried to warn her, but she wouldn't listen to me, and then it...
It was too late.
You are out of line, counselor.
I am not out of line, am I, Dr. Evans? You knew that little boy was over-medicating, and you did nothing to stop him. You let his mother's attitude, the chaos in the ER, your own insecurity, keep you from doing your job. You negligently failed to stop that abuse, didn't you, Dr. Evans?
Join Victoria Wyndham, who portrays Rachel Corey Hutchins on Another World on NBC SuperNet. For those of you with a computer, Windows 95, and access to the Microsoft Network, meet Victoria in the NBC SuperNet Auditorium at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Go Word, NBC.